Hey, I'm Jamie, and this is the first part of the GE 44-tonner rebuild. This is a Bachmann Spectrum model. Again, it's something I picked up at a local used hobby shop for like 20 bucks. I've got it on my test track. I'm just going to run through it and see if the engine actually works. Really, in my opinion, there's no need to really spend a lot of time on a unit that soon out of the box if it doesn't work. You can tear it down if you want to after that point to figure out why, but it depends on the age of the unit and things like that and how much time you're willing to spend with it. But this one, let's go ahead and have it hooked up to my power supply. I'm giving it 12 volts and let's just see what happens. I have it on my test track. Oh, and so far we have a good sign that the unit is working. However, I do not see any maybe very faint. The lights seem to work on the unit. Again, not really too concerned about the lights. I am going to replace those with LEDs. Most of the time you find the lights are not going to work. The headlight's very faint on it. It's a type of incandescent bulb. That's just the nature of it. The engine seems to be working well. On the test track, and hear it running, and it's drawing, the current draw is about 230 milliamps on it, which again, not bad. The typical current draw you're going to look for in a locomotive if you buy a used one is going to be anywhere from 100 milliamps all the way up to 300. Some of the older ones may draw a little bit more, 400 and 500, and that's kind of a cause for concern, because if you are going to drop in the DCC decoder into it, it will cause the DCC decoder to overheat and could potentially melt the plastic on the model. So you want to be kind of cognitive of that. If you hook it up and you see a high current draw, it's not the end of the road. Most times you can either clean out the motor, lubricate it, and do various maintenance to it and actually bring it down. If that doesn't work, then a motor replacement is necessary to bring it within specifications. But this one seems to be fine so far. Again, the current kind of dropped down to 210 right now. So I think we just got some maintenance to do on it, which is some lubrication and some other cleaning of the motor. And I think we can get that within the 150 milliamp range, which is really great for this type of engine. So the engine seems to work. Some things to kind of look out for buying, again, used model trains. It could be a risky thing. Given the high price of new train engines, upward $150, $200, $300 or more, used models, again, this one here I found for $20. Is it DCC? No, it's not, but it will be after we're done with it. So if you have a little bit of time and just really a lot of patience, you can get these converted really, really inexpensively. And plus, they look great on your layout, and you have a great feeling of, hey, I built that. And that's what we're going to do with this unit. One of the things when I was looking at this unit was that all the grab irons, as you see here, and the side and front are all intact. They're not broken. That's great. It's not end of the line if you buy one that is. I 3D print a lot of these parts myself and replace them. So that's not really a big deal. You can find replacements online. The shell was in great condition. There was no cracks, no signs of abuse like it's been dropped or anything like that. The couplers were intact. The couplers were moved very freely. And the main thing I look at when I buy used models is the wheel sets. Some of them you'll come across, the wheels are going to be very, really corroded, rusty. If you want to take a chance with that, go ahead. I found out in the long run you're going to run into some major problems with it. Just because the wheels are that bad, that means the train's either set in water, it was not cared for, and there's a host of other problems it starts to bring up. This one here, there's some light wear on the trucks themselves, which is normal for operation. I see some minor surface scratches on the bottom of these trucks. Looks like this would land on somebody's layout that had ballast put down, and ballast was not quite rail height. Again, not the end of the world, nothing to be concerned about. The only other thing I see here was I was looking at it. It does look like this case was removed at some point. I'd see some wear on the screw heads. Again, not really a big deal, since we're going to replace most of what's inside anyway. Overall, there's some minor surface scratches. Again, we're going to weather it, so it's not going to be a big deal. No decals. Again, for me, I prefer to kind of make up my own road names and numbers, so this is not going to be a problem at all. So overall, already I feel like this is a pretty good find. Based on what I've seen on eBay and other sources, a new, I don't think you can find them new anymore. Engines of like this go from $45, $50 to $60, up to $80 depending on their conditions. This one here did not have a box with it, so you know, $20, that's a good, I feel like it's a good investment. So what we're going to do next is start the tear down process. And one of the things, again, to be concerned about, that I'm kind of concerned about, is the actual grab irons itself, if they can be removed or not. Depending on the person, if they use CA, it's going to be very, very difficult to remove these grab irons. And why do I want to remove them? Because I'm actually going to give it a nice coat of dull coat to dull the paint a little bit, to make it a little bit more rustic looking. If the grab irons are there, it makes it a little bit more difficult. If I can remove them, it just makes the process a little bit easier. That's really my only concern about buying a kind of a used model also, with the grab irons and if they can be removed or not. Other than that, yeah, I think this one is going to look great. And for our next video, we're going to start the tear down process. So if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. This is going to be a multi-part series, and we're going to see where it goes. And hopefully at the end of this, it's going to look like a really nice locomotive. So if you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel, follow me, and stay tuned. All right, thanks everybody. Hope you have a great day, and talk to you soon. Bye.